Okay, welcome back. Today we are going to be going into the 11th of the 48 Ways to Wisdom by Rav Noach Weinberg. Um, Today we are looking at 11, which is Dikduk Chaverim, examining ideas with friends. Now we've gone over this concept before that um, learning is meant to be done with a friend. We study Torah in a chavruta in the Gemara, Masechet Brachot, at the end of the tractate of Brachas, we see that learning Torah alone is not the way to go. Learning with a chavruta, with a rabbi, with a friend, is the real way to learn, to make sure we're not making mistakes, and to be able to come to some truth together. That's the whole idea of a chavruta, is to go over ideas and to question and to really look into an issue more deeply. That's the beauty and really the need for learning b'chavruta. So we need to, first of all, it starts off with there's so many conflicts that are going on in the world, not just between bitter enemies, but between in every community. Unfortunately, between in Jewish communities, a lot of unfortunately, between spouses, sometimes between friends, between family, between uh, within a certain Hasidic group, just within every groups, there's between groups and within groups, there's just a lot of conflicts in life. And really just an important skill that we need to learn is how to really sit down with another person and have a productive conversation, which means sitting together with whether it's your friend, your enemy, your family member, your child, whoever it is, and realize that you're having this conversation in order to accomplish something, and it should be done where each person can express the way that they feel and can keep an open mind into maybe I don't know everything, maybe I'm not 100%, and come to some kind of agreement that allows things to progress in some kind of productive way. And there should be some kind of an etiquette to it, not screaming, keeping a calm tone of voice, and trying to put ego aside. And it says here, be a judge, not a lawyer. So here it says, goodwill means that I am committed to finding the truth, and therefore I'm willing to change my view if you show me compelling evidence. Reasoning together means I will consider the evidence. If we truly reason together, we will come to a common conclusion. And without that, it's a shouting match. Okay, just a shouting match. Who needs that? And emotionally, it's very easy to make it a shouting match because one person feels very strongly in one way, another person feels strongly in another way, and we can easily lose our cool and just start shouting our opinion. And no, how could you do that? And then people get insulted, and then it's not a productive conversation. It actually just fuels a conflict and creates more division and hatred. So we want to have productive conversations with people, again, whether it's friends, family, people that we're not so friendly with, enemies. We want to be able to have productive conversations in life, right? And when a conversation gets heated, it shouldn't just spiral off into 1,000 other personal things like, oh yeah, well you smell, just an example, it's not relevant to the argument. Keep it on track and don't let things spiral into other, oh, by the way, you also do X, Y, and Z, it should really be about the issue, and you should try not to just resume it in the middle. You should try to just everyone calm down and try to come to the conversation with some kind of a conclusion, not necessarily who's right and who's wrong, but some kind of a peaceful, stop in the conversation. And you can say to the person, we both want to know the truth. We both think we have compelling arguments. Let's compare and discuss this calmly and rationally. It's not an easy thing to do, to be in control of your emotions at a time like that when you know that you're right, or you really strongly think that you're right, or you don't even know that you're right, but you've already gone too far and you need to keep fighting the argument. So we really need to have the self-control, the modesty, and the patience to calm down and just, you know, and talk things over rationally with someone. Okay, so it says that Rabbi Yochanan and his study partner Reish Lakish were famous chavrutas, and Rabbi Yochanan was so depressed when his chavruta passed away, and they brought him another very talented chavruta to learn with, but he wasn't satisfied because he said, "My old chavruta use." This new chavruta agrees with what I say and brings a lot of evidence to support what I say. But my old chavruta used to bring so many points showing me why I was wrong. And then I would bring a lot of points showing why I was right. And through all these different points that we're bringing, through this difference of opinion, we came to the honest truth, not just with agreeing with each other all the time. In fact, most of the time disagreeing, but in a productive way. So it really says that the Gemara says in Masechet Tanit, O Hevruta, O Misusa. It says in the English translation, so it's Masuta, give me companionship and study, or give me death. So we really need Chavruta to find the ultimate truth while we're learning. We need to remember that they say the Art Scroll and all these translated books are great for a lot of things, but we can't let it take away from learning with people, and that I can learn everything on my own now because I've got my translation, so I can learn all the Torah I need from the comfort of my couch. No, we need to still, we can still use the Art Scroll, but we still need another person checking us so that we, don't think that we're right 100% of the time. Okay? And friendship is really based on loyalty. And there's some long stories here that are great stories of loyalty. I don't think I'll get into the whole stories, but basically Chaver, the word friend in Hebrew, comes from chibu, which is connection. Friends should be joined. They should be, it says in the Perkei Avot, that you need to make for yourself friends, or even acquire friends. A really nice little word I once heard was that you need to make for yourself a Rav and buy yourself a friend. And that's what it says in the Perkei Avot. That doesn't make sense. Why would you buy a friend? You don't want friends that want you for your money, and find a Rav. You should maybe pay a good rabbi to learn Torah with you, and find a friend who wants to be friends with you, not just because of your money. So it says that a Rav, should be interested in your spiritual, shouldn't be interested in your money, in the spiritual, your spiritual development. And a friend, you should invest in them. You should, by buying, you need to show that you're willing to maybe miss work to go to their smachot and spend time with them when, you've got work and other things going on. You need to invest in a friend, and it takes a lot of loyalty and dedication. And it goes into a story here from a midrash from the Me'am Loez about a father. A son comes. I'll summarize it very short. A son comes to his father and says, "I have many, many friends." The father says, "Do you know that they're real friends?" The son says, "I'm not sure." The father says, "You take a dead animal and can take it in a sack so that it looks like a person, and you go around to your friends and say, can you help me bury this person that I got in an altercation in the backyard, this Roman, because it's taking place in Rome. And if someone is accomplice in this murder, they will also get executed if it's found that the person murdered the Roman." So the boy goes around to his 100 friends. No one is willing to help him bury the body, which is really an animal, but they don't know that. And the father says, "I only have half a friend, because the father said he does know someone who doesn't want to help him do it, but will do it for him. So anyway, it's a little bit of a cute. I hope I summarized it okay in a little time, but basically, we need loyalty and friendship. That's something that's not always easy to come by, but we can look for loyal friends that will be friends for life, not just temporary friends. And we have to invest in our friendship. We have to, just to summarize, learning with a chavruta is the best. We don't know everything ourselves. Talking with people, whether friends, whether family, whether not such close friends, to talk to people, to come to productive conclusions, not just to argue with people, and find ourselves some loyal friends that, let's see here, find it. Let's see. Well, a friend should embody many, many different. You should also enjoy spending. Okay, here we go. You should also, yeah, just enjoy spending time with a friend's company. Somebody you just click with. It's important. It's not always easy. It's not easy to find a chavruta always, even if someone's. It's kind of like a shidduch, like people find their basheret, who to marry. Sometimes it makes sense on paper. This person has this background. This person has a very similar background. They both like to laugh. They both like, this. They both like that. They get together. They start dating. It doesn't really. Something doesn't fit. Sometimes people might have pretty different backgrounds, but then they date and it does fit and they balance each other out. So it takes a lot of siyata d'shmaya, a lot of divine intervention, but to find a shidduch and a chavruta, because sometimes two best friends can't learn well together, and sometimes they can learn amazingly well together, and sometimes even a husband and a wife can't learn so well together, and that's not such an issue. It's not such a problem. We learned from our sages that as long as each it can still be friendly to each other and can have their rabbanim and learn from their sources and try to find a middle ground. Maybe try to develop that skill a little bit, but a spouse does not have to be a chavruta. It shouldn't be, in fact. But it is also very nice to learn with a spouse too. So, that we should daven for siyata d'shmaya, that we can find the right, chavruta, friends, and those who need a shidduch for good shidduch b'ezrat Hashem. So that's it for number 11 here, Dikduk Chaverim. We will start next time. Pilpul ha-talmidim, teaching students, number 12. Take care. Thanks a lot.